Hello, everyone. This is DHoying from Agrarian Solutions, and I'm along with Justin Williams, who's a technician in Ohio for SSMC, and our Dr. Larry Roth, who's Vice President of Research and Nutrition. So we want to talk this morning a little bit about using antibiotics and treating calf scours and the options that are out there that are better than what that is, and go into some detail. And the reason we have Justin on today is he had quite an experience with one of his customers. Justin runs a really good technician route where he does the tail painting and breeding and pretty much oversees all of the management of on the repro side for his customers. And every once in a while he gets in on the calf raising and the calf side of it and has done really well in helping his customers. So I'm going to let Justin kind of explain the situation that he had at one of his customers, and we'll let Dr. Roth fill in the blanks and why and how after that. Justin.
Yeah, hi. Well, we had some issues. I am at a 3,400 head dairy in Ohio, and they actually came to me and said, "I think we're going to throw everything out, kind of start from scratch. We're having a lot of issues with their calf raising, a lot of mortality rates, a lot of antibiotic treatments." They said, "We're just going to start clean. We're going to use neomycin. Going to just going to treat everything with antibiotics." Talked about that with them. I said, maybe we should hold up on just pulling the plug on everything and start from scratch. A lot of diarrhea, dysentery, stuff like that there. So what we ended up doing is I said, well, my whole point was when you put them on antibiotics, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, once you pull them off that, they have no immunity to anything. They have nothing built up in their system to help fight once the antibiotics have ran their course. So I said, let's try this. I went to Dan. Dan said, let's try that big calf powder. We split the calves in half. And I think within 3 or 4 days, their calf raiser said this entire side of the barn, they're having no issues. They're doing very well. We're not treating as many. We're not having as many die. I think they said almost 15% better rate at it. And then once that neomycin and that was the big calf ones that they were having really good luck on, and the other half was neomycin. They were supposed to run through that, I think, for 6 weeks. They had 6 weeks worth of neomycin, and I think they ended up discontinuing using it after about 3 because they said we can't afford to keep doing this, because especially they said they had a lot more issues once they came off of the neomycin, and they ended up putting those calves back on big calf. So they were double dosing it because they were using the big calf to counteract what happened with the antibiotics. So it was kind of funny that they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that, but they did a really good job doing that. And now they can't say enough good things about the big calf powder. And, at $2.10 at full retail, to get that peace of mind, not having to, it really pays for itself.
Okay. Well, thanks, Justin. Well, to precurse what Justin was talking about, he's really done a great job with convert single dose on a lot of his herds, using not only on their replacement heifers, but also on their beef on dairy calves. And it's really a pretty cool protocol. And in many cases, they replaced a competing product and done it cheaper and seeing better results. With that being said, part of that protocol, what he's adhering to now at his dairies, including the big calf, we're going to let Dr. Roth kind of explain why we don't want to use antibiotics, why we want to use convert gel at birth and go to the big calf and give her the reasons behind it. Larry.
All right. Hey, thanks, Dan. Thanks, Justin. So antibiotics are designed to kill harmful bacteria. And they can do that, except for those pathogens that become antibiotic resistant. However, the bad news is that antibiotics can take out our beneficial bacteria, which help with nutrient absorption, which help with enhancing immune function. So even short-term antibiotic usage can tip the balance, ironically, over favoring those bad guys, E. coli and Salmonella, that we were trying to control. So that's where a product like the big calf powder comes into play. What can we do to bring in some good health promoting bacteria, Faecium and Acidophilus, and also, and this is important to note, bring in some egg-based antibodies. Research shows that these egg-based antibodies work like heat-seeking missiles to target E. coli, Salmonella, Rota, Corona, and even Crypto, as well as some Clostridium, latch onto them and help to destroy them. So I went through that list of bad guys. Well, antibiotics theoretically can lower E. coli, can lower Salmonella, can lower Clostridia, but neomycin would have absolutely no effect on Rota and coronaviruses and no effect upon Crypto. So that's where I really think, Dan, that if we use the Convert program, convert calf gel at birth, inoculate the track, get there before the bad guys, and then follow up on a daily basis with a big calf powder, we dominate the digestive tract, we tilt things favoring the good guys, improve nutrient absorption. And then if we do run into a spell of calves getting some scours from bacteria, we can do neomycin at a high therapeutic level, but every day that we do that, let's come in with the Convert calf gel to those calves that are sick and replenish the good bacteria. And here's the neat thing about these egg-based antibodies. Pathogens can become resistant to antibiotics, but they do not become resistant to the egg-based antibodies. So very complementary to what's going on with antibiotics. And Justin, I think with the situation you were describing, there was some calf health issues, antibiotic resistant, neomycin resistant organisms, might have been some Rota, Corona, or even Crypto that was causing the challenges. And those guys just laugh at neomycin. But in contrast, we come in with the Convert Calf program and take out the bad guys and promote the good guys.
Well,
So
thank you, Larry.
fantastic situation, Dan.
Yep. So, Justin hit on that where he had some of his customers where they were experiencing some scours. And, and I see this, we go to a lot of our customers, they don't know how well or how poor their calves are doing until they start to have an issue, maybe with scours, maybe with respiratory. And, and Larry hit on that. It's a great tool to help improve those calf health, giving that dose of Convert when they're, some cases you do need an antibiotic if we're dealing with a pneumonia, something like that, where it actually helps. So that being said, Justin, is that something, you're going to continue using and promoting with your customers moving forward?
Oh, 100%. Every single, I mean, it's just, there's just so many more benefits to the Convert gel on top of that. And like, I know Larry's touched base on that too, is with some of the other competitors, you can't retreat with the milk or the colostrum based other types of tubes, to where that's what I always tell people, if you have an issue, you have to treat with antibiotics, give them a Convert calf gel tube to kind of reset their gut and get that good gut flora back into them. That way they're not having to build that up on their own 100%. And people just, I've just had nothing but good things to say about, and everybody else have had good things to say about when they do that. Yeah, they bounce back better, they get back on milk faster, they gain faster. That's the one advantage that I've kind of taken from the Convert calf tubes. Any time of stress, give them one. And, I'm not saying willy-nilly, but, it does. That's one of the advantages of using this.
Okay. Well, thanks, Justin. Well, there is good news to talk about these two different products. Currently, the Convert gel is available in a single dose or in a multi-dose tube. That is 10% off, ending in the month of February. And then in March and April, as you see, you can take advantage of the Convert Big Calf will be 10% off. And this is a great opportunity if you're a producer that you've never tried this program to see the benefits on your calves, but also to witness, a little reduced cost in getting that child and getting it used on your herds. And I think you'll see really good results with that. I think we're pretty much got this covered. Larry, you got any additional comments?
Yes. Hey, I really appreciate Justin bringing up the colostrum IgG type products. The IgG products are really designed to be given that first day of life. After that, protein digesting enzymes produced by the calves are going to turn the IgG, colostrum antibodies, into nutrition, and we don't get the benefits for controlling pathogens. So after that first day of life, that's a tremendous advantage for using the Convert calf gel with the egg-based antibodies, because the egg-based antibodies are going to be resistant to the protein digesting enzyme. So thank you for bringing that up, Justin. So that's true for the calf gel as well as for the big calf powder. The egg-based antibodies are going to be effective the entire life of the calf. Good point.
Very good. Thank you, Dr. Roth and Justin. With that, we'll sign off. If you have additional questions or concerns, or you have an opportunity you'd like to try one of these products, please reach out to any of your Select Sires representatives. You can give Justin or myself, Dr. Roth, a call. We'd be happy to talk to you through and help you be more comfortable in using these products and keeping your calves healthy and growing strong. So once again, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon.